Hey everybody, it's Friday. The day is over. It's 5 o'clock here, not even 5 o'clock somewhere. And this was a bit of a crazy week, so I was super inconsistent. Hoping next week will be better with the live streaming. But because it is Friday, I wanted to talk about how I balance working on my business with working in my business. And for me, the easiest way I found to make sure that I'm consistently working on my business is I had to pick a day of the week and say, this is my day. It's not a client day. It's not a billable working day. It's a work on the business day. And for me, that day is Friday. And where I actually even came up with this was from one of my favorite books ever, Profit First, because they talk about this concept of when you go to manage your money, instead of looking at the bank account, picking specific days to handle your business finances. So I decided that mine was going to be every Friday. It works out pretty well. I had already blocked off my calendar so no one can schedule appointments with me. I tried to kind of not do sales calls, things like that. I try not to talk to clients too either, but sometimes that's time of year. But Friday is my day. And what do? I catch up financial stuff. So I do Profit First, and that involves doing a lot of allocations of funds and moving money around. That's the day that I will do that. I also use a program called You Need a Budget, and I'll make sure I'm updating that program. What else do I do on Fridays? There's other stuff. There's just stuff. There's a bunch of stuff that I do, but those are the main things. Now, sometimes during the week, I also need to work on the business and not just in the business. So what I started doing about 2 months ago is I read this book. I actually read it after a few friends recommended it, and I never considered myself a morning person ever. I am stay up late, sleep in, as much as you can when you've got kids and they have to get to school, but I was never like, oh, let me get up super early. But after I went to India, I really had trouble getting back on Eastern time. It was a super hard struggle for me. So I decided to use that to my advantage, and instead of just fighting it, I wake up early. And the book is called The Miracle Morning, and it's really changed my whole entire approach to mornings, to rituals, to figuring out what's a priority and what's important, because you take time in the morning and you do a few different things. So he uses this acronym, SAVERS, which is silence or meditation, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing, which you would otherwise call writing, but it didn't make a nice acronym that way. So that sometimes when I have extra time in the morning, when I'm waking up at 5 a.m. before everyone else has to get up at 7, and I go through all those savers, I'll use that time sometimes to work on different projects in the business, usually not client work. It's usually things for me, either personal fulfillment or it's things to move my business forward. So that would be my suggestion if you're trying to figure out how to find time to work on your business. Carve out some time, pick one day a week. Friday's great for me. Maybe it's not a good day for you. Maybe Monday's a good day, whatever it is, and you can change it. There's no rules about what day you work on your business. And maybe consider Miracle Morning and becoming a morning person. And you don't even have to go to India to make that happen. You just kind of have to decide that you're going to do it. So next week, hoping to be a lot more consistent, get on every day, but you never know what happens. But hopefully we'll see you then. Have a great weekend.